Well, howdy there. This is Kusan, and we are on Kusan Gaming, and we're playing America Island on Transport Fever 2 here. And I have a sight to show you. Would you look at that? Where has Chicago gone? Here's Chicago Exchange, Lower Chicago, Chicago Tram Depot. Heck, there's even a few people still there. So where did the city go? Well, I made the executive decision to add some storyline to this whole America. Now, in the year 1871, so right now it's November 25th, 1906, we're going to travel back in time. Are we going to do that? Yeah, we're going to do that. Holy moly. This is, we are going back in time. Which year are we going to land on? 1871. Which month? The 10th month. The day. I don't know the day, to be quite honest. I think it was the 3rd. Look at all those pop-ups. Just calm down. This is the day that Chicago was burned to the ground or something like that. Great Chicago Fire happened. And now we have ourselves an opportunity to do something that I've been itching to do, but I've been refraining to do it. So I've been keeping patient to do this bit of work I'm about to do. Don't worry, we're going to rebuild Chicago. I fear that we've been scaring people left, right, and center every time we demolish a city, whether it be Salt Lake City or, come on, don't forget the other city. People are going to get mad. Alright, well, I demolished a few cities. Now Chicago has been burnt to the ground. Let's go back in the future, shall we? We'll pretend that that's the year that happened. Now, I understand this might be off screen for some of you, because it's just so in the corner of the screen. Okay, well, there we go. The 3rd of November, 1906. We are back in the game here. No Chicago. Okay, close some of these. Oops. Oh, there they. Okay, lots of stuff to be seen there. Excellent. Let us demolish. There's a vehicle in the way. Tramline Chicago. I think we're going to have to get rid of all of this. This is all part of history. Sell the vehicles. I can't believe I'm going to make profit off these poor folks who just lost a city. But this is definitely, there's even a car there. Mariah Walker. I'll bid you farewell, and until next time, but next time is coming soon. We're literally going to move the city 3 feet that way. I think you're not understanding what my whole train of thought here is. The fact is, here's the train of... Okay, you know what? Let's be real. It's time for honest talk here. This loop thing that I call a loop line suffers from major dissymmetry, we'll put it. If you look at Albuquerque, here's Albuquerque, and that's Pittsburgh. Now, if we align the bottom of the screen to Albuquerque, to the train station, and then move up north here, northeast, that is pretty much a parallel pair of sides to this loop. Now if we go to Denver and line up our video footage to the train line here and just scooch our video footage up to this line here in Atlanta, you've got yourself another pretty parallel set of sides on this hexagonal shape. We're learning shapes. Now, okay, the angle itself here might not be, let's be honest, it might not be on the parallel place, but it is pretty close. And if you look at these two, they're pretty close. This one is not a measurement technique. This one is a simple eyeball. This is an eyeballing, and then you have Minneapolis to that side. Now let's measure the bad one, because we already know it's bad. Dallas. There's the alignment. Move our camera up here. Whoa, Jose. Stop it. Stop. Hold your horses. I am run out of words. That is how bad that is. I shouldn't have moved my camera there. I understand that this was part of the experiment. Okay. Back to Dallas. I'll show you one more time. And then we're going to move forward with this whole city replacement. There we go. No way, Jose. That is not going to fly in a professional loop management scenario. So we're going to make the loop proper. And hopefully by making this loop proper, we're going to make a lot more things a lot more proper. And also, I wasn't quite a big fan of this railroad sticking to one side here of the mesa, and then jutting its way, just strutting out here, right into the middle. That's not going to work for us now, is it? Now, do we have the money to do this? Thankfully, they didn't charge me $8 million to demolish Chicago there. And another reason we're focusing on Chicago, if you need another reason, I feel this is enough of a reason. But honestly, Chicago is going to be kind of our next project, if I may say so myself. If I may say so myself, I would like to say, if I may, Chicago, though it's not as fun to pronounce as Albuquerque, I pretty much do enjoy Albuquerque a lot. I like any of the cities that end in the word city, like New York City. Okay, what is going on? Oh, we have discovered glitch-o-mania up in the corner of our. Maybe we have too many notifications. Well, there you go. That is why everybody here is unhappy. Specifically, the Comet, the cross-country Comet, and other Loopline affiliates are all displeased with what we're doing, but we're slowly doing it. Okay, so if I may say so, that was my train of thought. Well, I've said so. So there you go. We're gonna stop about there. And the reason I didn't just keep Chicago and try to naturally generate it into this Great Lake area was because, quite frankly, the whole road system was not aligned, and I was like thinking perhaps I should just do a sort of double grid plan for that city. And then I said to myself, you're not going to do any of that, Kusan. You're not going to put two different grid cities in Chicago, whether you like it or not. Because if you've been to Chicago, or if you know about Chicago, or if you own a Google map, you can go check it for yourself. Chicago was rebuilt after the fire. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, and that's why we decided to burn it to the ground. Because we didn't want any kind of double griddage, or now there wasn't a mountain in the middle of Chicago either. So we're gonna have to. What are we gonna have to do? Why did I choose this big road? You may ask. Well, Chicago is being built anew, and so we have to give it the best that we've got. And the best that we've got is this big. I was gonna say a word I shouldn't be saying on this broadcast. We're gonna give it a big road. There we go. A giant road. We can use different words. We know words. We have vocabulary in our biology. Okay. Now one more measurement. We're going back and forth, north to south, trying to get a good measurement. And we're gonna get a good measurement. That to me is pretty near a good measurement. Now, do we do one of these north and south arteries? I think we do. I think Chicago has all of what I'm giving it. Chicago must have. It's on the left-hand side of a lake. That's a lake. It has an airport. Well, we're not at that point. Hold your horses. We are still in 1906. So, why am I demolishing the road? That was a good road. Put that road back. Now, Route 60, oh no. I just realized Route 66 kinda has to go to Chicago, doesn't it? Well, we're gonna have a divergent Route 66. We're gonna have one on this side and one on that side. And that way, look at that, this road can go straight to Washington. Sorry, Washington. This road can go straight to Washington, as it should. But at the moment, it's gonna go it is just gonna inch its way up this, whatever you want to call it. We haven't named this particular mountain. I was gonna start naming mountains everywhere, but I don't even have the mod. I want the mod where I can put labels everywhere. We have enough labels. Calm down. Okay. Do we place a city? Are we ready? We're not ready. We're gonna do things so smart, you wouldn't even believed it. So, is that loop line going far too far north? Far too far north, well said. It is gonna go far north. We're gonna demolish this little, are we gonna demolish this little, If we demolish that little, what are we gonna do about the parallel? Yes, we're gonna demolish this little thing. Formerly called this little, We'll give it some, We're gonna take it all away, though, and then we're gonna give it a lot of, I don't know what I'm saying. Focus here. We're building a mega project. This is episode mega project. Is it? Every episode's a mega project. Now we've decided to tunnel through this hill for $700,000. I think that we're gonna have to do that until the day we decide to start moving mountains in this game. Okay, we are gonna. You were probably there when I took out my rage on the ocean, and I kind of moved the bottom of the ocean out of its way. Out of whose way? The boats. The ocean was in the way of the boats. We're looking for train stations. Anybody got a train station here for me? You have a train station for me. Are you interested in putting a train station? Can it be put in a way that it mirrors Dallas in any way? Because I'm thinking right here is pretty much mirroring Dallas. Do we want to put it in with the city, or do we want to give it some back? Do we put it back? We're gonna put it a bit back. Did we want a second platform on this station? I guess the time to ask that is after you placed it. Good job. Let's ask the questions first, then place. Medium, 2 tracks, 160 meters. Are we happy with 160 meters? Because if I didn't do this part is the part that even I complain about. I don't want to have to go, across the whole entire of the United States just to find out what kind of size I need for this station. But apparently, if you don't do it, do we want 4 platforms? Yes, we do. Look at that. If we don't ask these questions, where would we be? We would be rebuilding the first station. We are rebuilding the first station. Good job. Tracks. These tracks head this way. Those tracks head this way. They all head this way. This is the option. This one here is straight. Look at that little tunnel. That is a little tunnel. That is so cute. What is this? Where in America is this part? I haven't actually seen that in America before. Well, it's due west of Chicago. That's all I can tell you. All I could tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is due west of Chicago, you'll find yourself in a valley, walled in by a sandbank of stone. Some kind of a natural disaster must have occurred here, like a landing meteorite. Now, do we want to be... plan. I have an idea. Should we make this a bit further out here? Well, at least get the curve right. Can we do that? Okay, go all the way back. Figure it out. Do it right. There's a train there. Put the train on a piece of track that you don't need to work on. There's a way to do that. Do it like this. Let's go. There we go. This is time travel. This episode had a lot of time travel and warping of place. We are warping in through space and time. I'm going to do a little bit of an eyeball check here. Now this loop can loop right in that mountain. We're going to do all the looping inside of that mountain. You call it a mountain. It's actually, scientifically, what is it? Is it really called a mesa, or because I play Minecraft, and to me, A mesa is something completely different. What is it then? That tell me, enlighten me. What do you think it is? A mesa is. Here's my. Um, okay, now I've switched the side of the track that this train is on. Go back on your side. No, your. Go on your side. No. Oh boy. We've done too much harm here, and we were busy trying to guess what a mesa is. It doesn't matter what a mesa is when you have a national crisis of time warping and time traveling. I guess we're gonna have to see where this. We're gonna have to see. That's right. All right. So this palm tree. That's not a palm tree. It's a signal. Oh, yeah, that was a signal. What am I so worried about? That was not even a signal. That was a railway crossing sign that I have no control over. Do I have control over this curve? Does this curve give you 100, 120 all the way through? No, it does, but it can be tighter. And tighter is better when you're going on the loop line. I think I'm a bit loopy. Figure this one out. How's this one? I feel like this side is taking most of the curve, and then this side is doing most of the this side is doing most of the relaxing. And when I'm talking about, we need some good train physics. We're gonna go straight into the tunnel. Regular tunnel business. Can't tell what's going on here. Why are you digging? Why did you have to landslide it? Okay. Wait a minute. We've done something really strange. I'm not going to put up with it. I tell you, I am not going to put up with that. I'm going to have to rebuild it. We are going to Chicago. Let's find this shadow of Mordor thing. Okay. Okay, now the work is on the other. Is the work on the other side? It's somewhere there. Is that a good? How do you like that? I built it. I pressed build. They're building it. It's built. All right. That is the hidden turn behind Minneapolis, because we don't want the people of Minneapolis. What's going on here? Do I see a huge slope? I'm seeing things I never thought I would see in the. What is this? X-ray vision. I have X-ray vision, everybody. Oh my God. Now what can I see? I can see the reflection of Minneapolis. Don't tell stories about Minneapolis. They're going to come haunting you. Oh boy. Let's use our X-ray vision to rebuild the thing we just built for probably $500,000 and demolish all these trees in the way, by the way. Get out of my way. Okay, clearly this is not a, this particular episode is not going to be a Save the Trees episode. This is going to be more of a, the trees are in my way. Get out of my way. For the X-ray vision, it's not helping. They don't X-ray the bulldozing gun through the trees. Alright, here we go. Bring it close to this mountain. Tell it that it needs. We're probably on some kind of a ridiculous slope here. Then build the full thing in one go. And then use your X-ray vision. See, I'm even meticulous about a slope inside a mountain. You would think, I honestly thought, even I surprised myself. I thought, okay, here we go. And this is that kind of, this is what I'm talking about. I see X-ray things everywhere right now. There are dots and everything everywhere. This is the kind of thing. Finish your thought before you press build, because I'm going to press build. There's nothing we can do about this. But we are going to be aware for future reference that there is a, sorry, I'm just doing my final check here. We're ready for flight. Boom, 2.4 million. And we only have $1 million left in the bank. So can I build a second track? Yes, you can, sir. But for future reference, that there mountain has a humpy sort of a train going through it. meaning it goes up and down in that mountain. And that could be avoided, but it's not being avoided. But I promise you, are we borrowing or repaying? We're borrowing, because repaying you would need money to repay, and I don't have any money. I think I've said I don't have any money every single episode of this series. Okay, I just realized something. Did you know? Yes, I did. Although thankfully this one's a fixable one. I put the train station. All right, well we have money. I put the inner line on the outer track, and at this point we'll be demolishing this road. We'll be moving Lake Avenue, whatever this is called. Well, we'll be moving that. Michigan Avenue is gonna go closer to Michigan Lake. Should I say Lake Michigan? Lake Michigan. Okay. This is now going to be an obsolete thing. No. Keep the inside track. Keep the middle track. And build yourself an outer track. And then everybody on all sides are going to be happy with this. Did I just say everybody are? Yeah, everybody are going to be happy with this type of a setup. Get yourself your passenger platform built. There we go. Everybody are going to be happy from that too. And do we want a pavilion? How are they going to enjoy the sun if there's a pavilion? So we're not going to give them a pavilion. Also, it saves a bit of time, and we're all pressed for time here because we're kind of we're in Chicago, and I think that Chicago is kind of one of those cities where I mean, do we build our station here or here? Who knows? Or here. The main part of the station, that is. We'll put it here. But that doesn't mean that we can't put it here. I was going to say that Chicago is between East and West. And we all know that the East is a bit time sensitive. And then the West is a bit time unsensitive. How are we doing here? Okay. Are you liking the new and upgraded loop? I think I'm liking it. That minor change might have been the thing we needed. Now this could be, hold up here, look at that, 6 platforms. You must be shocked and awed right now. Alright, now soak it in because we're moving on. We're moving on to the next, and they've called this station Minneapolis. Alright, pay no attention to that. Oh no, I did say not to talk about Minneapolis. They're gonna come and haunt me. Too bad. Too bad. This is a flat piece of track, so I'm gonna purchase it. There's no second guessing that piece of track. Now, is this level crossing gonna be a thing I'm gonna be doing? That is what I'm gonna be doing. Now here we are at the last, and I gotta make sure that I'm gonna put the right piece of track on the right piece of track. Can you believe it? I think we almost connected the 2 wrong pieces of track. So go here, go join your partner there in crime. We're making a break for it. We're running. Oh, we're running. We're running a Fargo. Like Sally and something. Someone needs to fill me in. Somebody has to fill me in on these references because I am not too sure what exactly I'm referring to when I say Sally and there must be a Sally, you know, that crime girl. They are making a run for it, and I've decided that they are running to Fargo. So now we're on the inner track. Hopefully, while I'm talking about all this stuff that makes no sense to anybody, I'm at least doing a half decent job. I hope I'm doing a half decent job on this here piece of track. Alright, connect this one here. Go there. That is a tight curve, and we have mentioned before, and we'll mention again, that we like tight curves on the loop line. That's pretty much the slogan of this here loop line, and it's complete. Boom. The loop line, whose slogan is "We like tight curves," is now looking perfectly hexagonal. That right there makes me, that brings happiness to my eyes. That brings pleasure to my ears, and that brings that's just a bundle of roses to my life, quite frankly. Let's build the thing we've wanted to build since we were incepted. We've wanted to build a parallel, but not so parallel, piece of. We want to go to Chicago on a dedicated track, and we're gonna need to do some manipulation here of track adjacency in order to achieve maximum symmetry. Now this track has already decided to work on its own in terms of angle. What's this? Is this okay? I'm gonna have to rebuild it. This tunnel is not even a prop. Look at that, they're building advanced tunnels. I want to go through the tunnel. I see a slope in that tunnel. Here's my X-ray vision for you. That there passes the tests. How about the one on the other side? Because this is a double X-ray vision type thing. I think this one goes a bit lower over here. And then that's where we run into some problems, isn't it? $4 million. We're working on a loan budget. Demolish it. We're gonna have to put about 6 tracks side by side in some of these parts. But for the moment, we're gonna build a 5x5, or maybe just the word 5 once is enough. A 5 width tunnel. Have you ever seen something so mad? Have you ever in your life seen something this mad that I'm about to... Or you could be smart about it and double track it, but not necessarily quintuple track it. Who in the right mind is going to quintuple track it? You're right. We're going with a 4x4 tunnel. There we go. That way, we save about $700,000 every time we build a tunnel. And there are tunnels on this line, let me tell you. There are tunnels on this line. That tunnel's only $205,000. So what I'm saying here is we're going to do a little bit of what I call not straight track. Unfortunately, that's the only way you get around these kinds of situations, I suppose. Though I do not want this in any way. But we're going to have to... look at that, it's not even noticeable. What were you so worried about? I was worried about the principle. I was more worried about the principle. Now this tunnel is one of those old-fashioned tunnels, but the one we have near Pittsburgh, that tunnel there, to me, had the semblance of being some kind of modern tunnel. Look at that, it has some kind of architecture on the top that our X-ray vision right now is not helping us see. That there is also an Aztec tunnel. Interesting. Or are these just Art Deco tunnels? What's going on? Okay, I'll take it all back. This is the same tunnel. So we clearly have been seeing some kind of a tunnel apparition with all this X-ray vision we have, because we haven't been seeing the right type of thing. Okay. What is going on here? Well, this is what you get for not putting that 5th track in. And now look what you've done. This guy has to go 74 kilometers an hour. Oh my god, why am I using kilometers per hour in this game? This is clearly an American game. And it took me 17 episodes to realize this. This here piece of track is going 60 miles an hour. And 60 miles an hour is not something I want to be doing here on my way into Chicago. We're going to change that for you next episode, I think, because hopefully you haven't been too upset by the whole mile and, you know, all that. Now, what are we going to do on this side? 4 tracks? Well, we've got to commit to something. We have got to commit to something. And that something, here's our ghost train. $1.2 million. Do it, do it, do it. Now, the irony of this whole thing is that we're quadruple tracking that part of the loop, and then these folk in the south only got one line. What is that all about? You're going to have to witness me taking out about $30 million more in loans, is what you're going to have to see in order for me to double track that stuff there. Now, we were going to do something like this. Something disgusting like this should do the trick. And now, of course, the city of Chicago is going to build its apartment buildings right up to the track. And I had wanted to build another track. So maybe, and only maybe, but we should build the 5th track here. Just to confuse everybody everywhere. That should confuse everybody everywhere. What do you say? I think it will. Alright, even I'm confused. Let's keep going. And let's not get confused. It's not that complicated. You're just trying to avoid Minneapolis. Because it's in some kind of... Now we've run out of money. It's in some kind of a geological feature that we cannot name. Borrow, borrow, borrow. We're at $20 million in debt, which gives us another $10 million. I'm liking the sound of that. I could work for $10 million. Now, how does this help profitability? You've literally destroyed a city on your map. This is going to have the opposite effect. This current episode is a money-losing episode. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. This is the kind of episode we're going to spend 5 episodes recovering from. I mean, you've gone and built the outer track. That outer track means that we have to upgrade this station. Isn't that what it means, sir? Yes, it does, son. You have got yourself an upgrade earned. Everything you see before your eyes here is being approved by upper management. I'm not just doing it. This kind of behavior is our valued stockholders and shareholders and investors. Too bad there's not a stock market in this game like in Transport Tycoon 2. But let me tell you, I would be on that stock market buying and selling, and buying more and selling more. But what I'm trying to say right now is that we are definitely within our shareholders' acceptable limit of spending, which currently is $30 million in debt. Hopefully, though, we can make the money back, because otherwise we're going to be bankrupt. And nothing like a government bailout here in the sandbox button, where you print yourself a bunch of money and embarrassingly walk the other way because you built too many tracks on a tunnel where you've only got 2 trains running on it, and that tunnel would be that tunnel up there that I just built. So we'll see about that. We're just gonna have to see about that. I said 2 trains. I have more than 2 trains running on that line. Probably 4 trains. But anyway, 2 trains or 3 trains. 2 chains. Sorry, no, that's an American rapper right there. He might be Canadian. I don't know. Alright. We're off. We are making our way. Now we're doing the double track of the entire loop. This is the kind of way that you get more slope than you need. No problem. I'm okay with that, because in this case, we're just going to merge onto this train line ever so gently. Can we do it ever so gently? We're going to try to do it very, very gently. It's complaining though. It is complaining. Why am I doing it gently? Because I want to reach maximum speed. Why don't you just demolish the other connection? I might go ahead and do that, now that you mention it. Now, how far back are we demolishing this piece of railroad? Not too far back, but keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. Stop. There we go. That's how far. This is how far back we are going to push you. Now you're not symmetrical and you're actually losing speed. We're gonna pull you forward. And see if that makes it worse. That makes it better somehow. Well, I'll take better over worse. Of course I will. I'm not that dumb. I will take better over worse in this case. Because it also worked for me. It got me that shape I was looking for, which is the symmetrical and parallel shape. Just so you know, I don't actually think that parallel and symmetrical are shapes. Those are actually other things, and but here we go. This is looking fantastic. This is looking fantastic. Where can we put Chicago? I know where to put it. Back in its place, sir. You've spent enough time, you know, beating around the bush. And I'm still going to beat around the bush for about 13 more seconds before I swing my camera in another way. Okay, let's place Chicago. We're going to make it a gigantic city. Boom, huge. Is that fair? Do you reckon this kind of behavior is acceptable by the other cities? Anybody is going to stop me? Anybody? To be fair, I do want to see what a huge city looks like, if you know what I mean. Let us put this huge city somewhere between this train station and this Route 66. What do you say to that? Or do we put it on the interchange part between the road and the railway? I'm gonna try my best here, and I'm just gonna, you know what, I'm so nervous about this that I want to save the game, but we're not gonna do that now, are we? We are gonna place it right here. That is one big city. I'm gonna tell you, that is one giant city. Perfect. Now I don't know who names a city. Forgive me. I do not know who names a city Akron. Forgive me there for my slip of the tongue there. But we do not know who would name a city Akron. Now, tools and bricks, I think that's what they wanted in the previous stage. How does that look? How do you think that looks? Pretty good. That looks pretty good. Why did they curve the road here? They're trying to fit in between the train station and the oh my god. You have gone and done that, haven't you? I gave you a nice straight piece of road, and every single road I see here looks to me pretty much wiggly. What if I bulldoze this? Can I bulldoze it? 22 million? Do we take out another $10 million in loans? Do you reckon? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to demolish it. We are going to demolish this city. We don't have enough money to demolish it. What are we going to do about that? I could print some money from the federal government and sort of burn the city to the ground a second time. Because this was not my fault. Just look right now. We have 17,700,000, and let's just say 77,777. We have a bunch of ones and sevens in our thing. We're gonna print some money. I don't know how much now I have. 25 million. Perfect. Bulldoze the city. Bulldoze the city. We still have 25 million because the way this game works is it doesn't actually charge you for moving those people out. Alright, back to $17 million. Are you not going to take a fee for that? We're not going to take a fee for that. We're going to, even though, okay, well, we've lost the road. That's okay. We're just going to rebuild the road. I think one road was not enough, and we had planned to put more roads. And now, we have more roads. Are they all going to be big roads? No, some of them are, some of them aren't. Let's put some big roads, though. these two roads are the big roads, and then all the other roads are going to be small roads and medium roads. Right, here we go. This is well planned. I'll go with that. Bulldoze that chunk. I don't think I need that chunk. Everything looks good to me. This looks a bit like you're on a hill. Thankfully, now this is kind of a ridiculous amount of road crossing here. Thankfully, this game didn't give me a big hill right beside Chicago on this side, of course, and on that side there's a tunnel doing the dirty work. Okay. Bridge. What kind of a bridge is? Oh my god. I want a normal bridge. Alright, we don't need this road. We're going to prioritize a bridge here. We're going to prioritize this bridge. Is it going to work? Too much slope. Alright, well what I'm going to do here is, are we going to play Chicago this episode? Yes, we are. Are we going to finish this project this year? Time is standing still. We're still in 1906. If I can finish, forgive me here, if I can finish this little part of the project in the next 5 minutes, then I would have said that this whole thing has been a success. Alright, did you really want the bridge to be this wide? Yeah, we do. This better work this time. Too much slope. I don't believe, and you know what? There are more rail lines to be had here. These ones, and those ones are for inner circle travel, which we have not yet discussed. All right, we're gonna have to move these roads a bit further back, and then I think our problems will be solved. So, let's build the bridge now, shall we? That there is a bridge that I'm liking. It's a huge bridge. So on this side, we can build the bridge here, starting there. And then if we do some sort of on this side bridge type building, if we build a bridge on that side, let's put that middle track in. We will not allow any pillars. No pillars. Whoops. We are going to take this, bring it here, press M. There we go. Press N, press M. What are we pressing? We're looking for something shorter and sleeker. How is that right there? Look at that. We can even go with fancy. Whoa, whoever thought we could go with fancy? It says collision. Did it always say collision, or is it just now that I'm changing things? No, it's only now that you're changing things that it's gonna go all collision on you. See, now we can build a road from here, and then we're not too far from the destination. Okay, problems here? Nope, no problems. Is that straight? Nope, that's curved. How are we going? Why does it want to go either left or right, but not dead center? There we go. You have to give it sort of a running up to that road in order for it to make the right decision. Now here, I think the best thing would be to build a smaller type road from, let's say, over there. It's giving me the curved option. I appreciate that, but to be honest with you, I'm looking for something more grid-like. And that to me could pass as parallel. Could it? Or is that going to pass as parallel? We're wiggling. Okay, no more wiggling. Let's go from this side. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This time it worked. Perfect. Now you have a connection right here. And we'll give it one more road, that oh so famous Michigan Avenue. This is gonna be Michigan Avenue. Let me try that again. Here. This is gonna be Michigan Avenue. Give it to me. Give it, put it. Well, it works over here, so let's try from here, that way. Or just try from here, simple. There we go. This is gonna be Michigan Avenue. And this is what I consider to be symmetrical, but it's probably not. But it kind of looks like it. Alright, now if we place the city of Chicago, and this time do we save the game? Well, this time, if I save the game, I'm going to have to leave the placing of the city for the next episode. Therefore, you're going to have yourself a suspenseful moment in time where you won't even understand and you won't know in your sleep, is Chicago there or is Chicago not there? You'll be very worried, and that's not my intention, but that is the kind of suspense that we leave here. We're leaving a loop line without a city on it. That's the kind of behavior that we're about to engage in here, but it's all for the greater good. Oops, and it's all for the greater good, as one may say so. Alright, have a good one there, and may the greater good come to you as well. Bye bye.